feel left out now. Paul's in a new van. Phil's got a new van. I should have kept my Ford Transit.
Snap.
We could have had, yeah. This is nice. Ah, Jaffa cakes. The staple diet of divers, that. What are we doing today, Richard?
Well, it's a bit of a miserable day today. You know, it's the end of July, what do you expect? But I think we're just going to go by the old electric power cable. Just go with the flow outside the harbour, a bit of tide, and not be out too long, because the old skipper, you've got a rotten cold. And if you stay out too long, you're going to give it to everybody.
Okay, we'll make this one a quick one. Smash grab from the Scallops.
Oh, okay.
In the trenches. Today we have Jen Worry, Phil Worry and Paul Main D. Nice little bit of sun coming through.
And John's favourite seagull.
And my favourite seagull, is he up there? He's going to end up biting me. That's the one that bites my hair. It's a little bit of a swell rolling through here, but we'll be good on the bottom.
Welcome back everybody to another dive. Looks like our visibility is going to be really good today. Yep, I can see the bottom already. Must be fairly deep because there's not much line left on my reel. Oh, coming down a bit quick. Oops, almost hit the seabed. So the plan is to inflate your suit before you hit the seabed, and then you know, don't hit it. What was that? Bubbles going horizontally. Looks like there's quite a bit of tide, but the visibility does look really good. You can tell which way I'm going by looking at all this seaweed and which direction it's going in. I tend to crisscross across the tide when it's like this. Some really nice white sand. 30 metres, not too bad. Got 45 metres of line on my reel. Right, these black bits that keep dangling in front of the camera are a right nightmare. I'm gonna have to cut them off. They're the two like taggy sort of bits that you tie my bag up with. Never tie it together, so I'm just gonna cut them off. As usual, this pot's been here a while. Look at it, it's completely flat to the seabed and the sand's covered it. Was it damaged before it was lost, or was it chucked over and lost because it was damaged? Every so often around this area you see these clear jars. There's thousands of them. There's one to the bottom right of the screen. That's 2 or 3 we've seen already. We've hardly moved anywhere. Must be ideal homes for some of the fish. There's a real good amount of scallops around here, and they're all decent size as well. This is how you want it, one every couple of metres. Don't take long to fill your bag up, but there is actually small ones in here as well, which is always good. Just a bit too small them ones. They might be in size, but there's no point taking them. If they're close, I'll leave them. It's very dark with the lights off. You can't see much colours either. Just trying to figure out which direction I should go in. The tide's taking me to my left. I think I want to crisscross across the tide as well. Hey, look at this. Little fish come out the bottom there. Try and see what the fish actually looks like. I think they're butterfly blennies. I can't be too sure. See if we can find them. Get a bit of video footage so someone can identify them. I think we're going to need the lights, because what I'm looking for is a black dot on his dorsal fin. They all sit up on their fins. There we go. Definitely. Perfectly black dot there. Different shaped head as well, a lot stumpier and shorter tassels on the top. I'm pretty confident that's a butterfly blenny. Let him go back in his bottle. Probably the male garden eggs, so don't want to hassle him for too long. I have edited the video down a little bit, but you do not get long at 30 metres scalloping. It seems like it just flies along. There we go, in deco already. So let's go up, just check my air. See if I've got enough for another dive. Yes, I have. Time I get to the surface, I have 20 bar, less than that. It's about 130. Perfect. That's a half decent bag for me. Quite happy with that. Yeah, I'd say 30, 35. About half a bag for me. It's good. Just have to sit out my 3-minute safety stop now. Right, that's done. Back on the surface now.
Bonjour. Vous fatigué tout et vieille, oui. Comment ça va?
Who won that one? Mary Poppins, I reckon. That is Mary Poppins' bag. It's amazing how many you can fit in there.
Oh, it is. Oh, you can get 175 in there, but it's bastard to reel up. He does good, the boy.
Yeah, let's get that out of your way. Right, I'm going to get these sorted now. Ready for the second dip. I think I've eaten my 30. I set myself a goal to get more than 30.
Yeah, maybe.
You want a splitter?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're on the splitter.
Yeah, I'm on the splitter. Can't lose her then.
Yeah.
She's a tug away.
Right, let's get these gauged and get him in the basket, get him in the box. See how many we got. I'm going to say 52. That's 50. And I've got to gauge them because they might be too small. Paul's got this one. It's an empty one, but inside it there's babies. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at it, it's even got a little row in there. No way. Not expecting to see row. And that's a queenie as well. There's a queenie there, Richard, with row in, look. That little baby one.
Yeah.
Oh. There we go.
Yeah. There's several others that scallops seem to be attracted by other scallops, so that's why we tend to get scallops all in the same area. And yeah, we can find areas where, you know, it's really nice seabed with no scallops, so they tend to be attracted to scallops, and they have a larvae, king scallops, the big ones that we catch. They have a 21-day larval life, so they drift around in the ocean for 3 weeks before they settle to the seabed. When they settle to the seabed, they've got like a little lasso which they can, bismuth thread, which they can hang on to a bit of grass or substrate until they sort of grow big enough to settle on the seabed where the crabs will eat.
So we'll put these back then. Little queenies. Oh, we're in Havilah Bay.
132.
How many? 132?
32.
Oh. Also, Paul had this one, look, it's damaged. There's a crack right through his shell, which I don't think I've ever seen that before. And another baby, look.
Yeah.
It's a purple baby on there.
I've never seen loads of babies in an empty one.
No, nor have I. Is that gauge or is she going
Oh,
back?
it's done, mate. It's gauge, this is in size.
Okay, in your box then.
Not bad, mate.
I'll put it in my box. Just going to gauge these and then see how many I got.
It's quite a nice little centre they got down there at Woody Bay, actually.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind
They're
going.
nice down there. I went to see them in
Sort
March.
of like one of those. It reminds me of going
Oh,
down.
52, 51, 52,
Yeah.
53, 54.
Mommy catches
No,
99.
back over. 55, 56, 57,
What is this?
58,
It's there when I came.
Jeff Blank round.
58. What do you think of that, Richard?
Well,
58?
When was the last time you caught 58 scallops? I mean,
I don't know.
really, we should put a post on Facebook. You know.
It was sweet.
I think it's the last time my camera broke
And
down.
how many did Paul have?
130. Oh,
Yeah,
138.
138, something like that.
We've never ever seen so many scallops.
I know.
In 55 years of diving, we've never seen, when this ground we're diving here, it's virgin ground, never seen a diver, never seen a scallop dredge. We'd be lucky to get 8, 9 dozen a bottle, and now it's 10, 15, 20 dozen.
Yeah, that's good. Good signs. I don't know what changed. Do you reckon sea temperatures come up or?
Yeah, no eyes.
Sea temperatures, but most of our scallops spat, you know, they probably come from the Bay of Saint-Bria. But as they've got 3-week larval life, they're in circling around the islands.
Ah,
So, yeah, but everywhere. France has got phenomenal quantities, England, and that's why we're trying to get the size limit put up while we're in a time of plenty, because basically the economics, not only the conservation bit, which people are always concerned about, sustainability, but it's pure economics. You let it grow another 4 months and you'll make 20% more money.
yeah,
And,
win-win.
you know, fishing's all about making money, actually. So one day we'll get the size limit put up.
Thought you did it for the love, Richard.
We do it for the love, and really, we only do it for the exercise
It's
and
your,
to top our pension up.
it is your lifestyle. That's it. That's the fishing is a whole. It's not a job. It's a whole lifestyle.
Yeah, but you know, I've been very lucky,
That one stinks.
you know, to have that lifestyle.
Yeah.
Somebody, a young person starting now, could never have the same lifestyle that we had.
Right. Well, that is true. It's a sad fact, but it is true.
These poor cod are very hard to see without the lights on. You can just about see them, their camouflage is awesome. Wait until I turn the lights on and see how many there actually is. Their old friend, the cat shark, commonly known as a dogfish. Must be a fat one, that one. He's got creases behind his neck there, if he has got a neck. Well, next to the fins anyway. Let's swim through these. These are pretty cool. I think they think that all the dust I'm kicking up's food. That's why they're hanging around me. Ooh, it's a crab pot. Let's go and see what's in this one. It's an old one and it's also lost. You can tell by the two ropes on the front there. Normally a D-spinner. Nope, nothing in that one. It's been there a while as well. Obviously other divers have seen it because they've opened the back door on it also. Again, just loads of these jars everywhere. I know what the jars are. The salad cream. Cool, we've gone quite a bit of distance actually, because we're starting to get to the debris, which is the Beauport. Every time you dive you see different chunks of it. It's chunks you haven't seen before. You certainly don't recognise them, but the wrasse absolutely love them. A form of protection. So it's like a large plate with sand that's gone in between them. Some decent sized wrasse as well. Doesn't want to say hello. Swimming off to the next chunk, no doubt. Let's have a look under this. Bound to be a lobster. There's always a lobster under these. I can see a lobster. A very small lobster at that as well. It's lost one of its antennae. It looks like a female as well. Not big enough to take, so this one is it's his lucky day again. It's amazing how much life these little chunks of metal actually produce or manages to support. All different types of colours of wrasse. Like you say there, you've seen a lobster. That's a cool wrasse. Nice and dark. They're like the ones we see in the quarry. Like I say before, they adapt to the colour of where they live, the reef. So obviously they're dark because all these large chunks of shipwreck are dark. Also, all the bottles and that congregate here. They almost roll across the seabed. That's an amber coloured one with a little crab on. A little porcelain crab. I'll put it back. It's amazing a little bottle like this, the amount of life it could support as well. When you don't go chucking your rubbish in the sea. Look at these, are some sort of cop corals. Maybe a Devonshire cop coral. And the purpley one, I'm not quite sure what that one is. It's amazing if you stop and just take your time, you can see the amount of life just on this. Pretty cool. Is there going to be lobster in this hole as well? Some sort of sea squirts going around the hole. And more. I don't know what type of cop corals they are. Maybe a Weymouth carpet coral? Don't know. Really should brush up on my cop corals, but they're cool. Look at this little tiny one here. Absolutely tiny. And along with that you get the small fry fish as well. Some gobies. Painted gobies by the looks of it. Let's carry on. Cool, that's a beast. That's a big one, that one. See if we can follow him. There's loads of him here. I can see a scallop just there. One last check under here to see if there's a lobster in here. Nope. You would have seen him by now. Pretty cool. You can see how the tide's washing over it as well. So it forms different parts, different different areas for stuff to colonise. Oh, we got 70 bar left. We're getting low. Have to keep an eye on that from now on. A little bit closer. We're heading in a northerly direction, so we're probably going to see some more parts of the Beauport. Probably some here on the left. I can't help but go with the tide now. Well, I'll do my bit of zigzagging. Oh look, more jars. That surprises me. With a big chunk of hidden shipwreck here. Big plate that's almost completely covered in sand. Is there Mr. Lobster in here? Nope. Just a leopard goby. See if we can get close to him for a photo. They normally scatter. There he goes. You can tell the seabed changes a bit here. Tend to notice it a bit more when you dive through areas. It's almost like a perfect line now. Sand on the right and then shells on the left. Here's another crab pot that's completely destroyed. Is this my last scallop? It probably is, because I am running out of time. I do need to keep an eye on my air now. That black string, definitely need to cut it off. It's annoying me. Nope, there's another one. Oh, what was that? I could tell what that was without even seeing it. That's a cuttlefish. Where's he gone? There he is, I can see him. Right in the middle of the screen. He's flashing these different colours at me and trying to scare me. A lot faster than me. I'll never catch up with him. So one last check on my air. 60 bar. One more scallop and then I'm going to go up. Camo crab. That's a spider crab. See if we can wind up. It's a little female, so I'm not bothered if it pinches me. It doesn't hurt that much. Notice on this dive, some of my scallops had a little orange sponge on of some sort. There's a couple in here. You probably noticed it wasn't a perfect dive for me on scallops, but it was okay. So always go on about this as well. It doesn't matter where you're going. It could be an empty sea with one crab pot going to the surface, and you will go alongside it. And believe me, when you're not expecting it and it comes out of the blue, it is quite scary. It'll always catch you out the corner of your eye. So just waiting for Richard to pick me up.
Yeah, watch out they bite. Paul has just done that up.
Oh.
Look at the size of that. Oh, grab its tail, Phil.
Trying to.
Oh, look at him.
He's a
That's
nice.
Happy one.
He's been in the crab pot. He looks very sad.
Yeah.
I think you need to go for a swim.
Yeah.
Yes.
Look at the teeth on it,
I
look.
might want to leave it until Paul comes back, because he might want to see it before he goes back.
Got a bucket to put him in.
Just lay him on the deck down there, Phil, behind you.
Oh.
And then we'll put him back.
Well, that's Paul's coming up.
There's a tag on that one, Richard, that pot.
Jersey pot.
It's a Jersey pot.
So I bought it here. Port Road.
Ah,
Put him in
yeah. And then we'll get it back in the water.
Paul found this crab pot wrapped in the Beauport shipwreck.
Yeah, he's got some teeth on it.
The resemblance that.
Who's the prettiest?
Who's the
Who's
prettiest?
the prettiest? Yeah. Looks like he wants to rip. Don't rip his throat out. He's saved you to put you back.
Favour, mate.
Put him back.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's put him back. He's the lucky one. There he goes. That's a Bull Huss. It's a nice shark, that one. What have you got there, Jen?
I got some treasure.
Oh,
Yeah, I like my bottle.
I think they were salad cream. Richard. Richard said about 45 years ago a boat come over that had a bad crossing, and all of these, before containerisation, a load of them smashed in the hold of the boat, so they threw them all overboard. So potentially you've got something that's been in the sea about 45 years.
Well,
They're nice shape.
yeah, they're nice shape. Look, they've got these.
Yeah. Oysters.
Oysters.
Yeah.
They're pretty.
Yeah.
I'm pleased.
Yeah.
But they're probably going to go back over now. Adios, Sally bottle. Woo! Woo!
Back in for another 45 years.
Yeah.
Phil and Paul's done alright again. I can see a bit of black glass in there. I see a neck of black glass.
The old sailor's grub. They got a really ornate little funny top on them, eh?
Yeah, hand blown.
Yeah, weird. Weird looking, would you?
Don't really show you much of the shock scallop, so I will show you what they look like. We'll take some today. Take some from my dad. Beautiful. Only got a little bit of roe, but that's good enough. Awesome.